Welcome to the Evolved Mastery Podcast with self-mastery coach and teacher, Princeton Clark. If you're ready to see immense growth and an overall shift in your life, then this is the show for you. Self-mastery is all about creating balance in your mind, body, and your soul. Prepare to step into your power as he teaches you just how to shift your life through evolved self-mastery.
Welcome, everyone who's checking out this podcast for the first time. This is the first official Evolved Mastery podcast. I'm your host, Princeton Clark, and I'm really excited to present a lot of information, life-changing information to you guys to assist you on your journey of soulful evolution as you evolve through self-mastery. You know, this path is a path that I started 14 years ago, and if you had asked me at that time, if I thought that I would ever get to this place in my life where I would be teaching other people, I probably would have laughed, but I went through a lot in my life, just a little bit about me. I went through a lot early in my life. I was abused. I was molested between the ages of 9 and 11, struggled with depression throughout high school, got married when I was 21, thinking that would solve all my problems. We had children. At the age of 23, I tried to commit suicide. I had the gun to my head. I pulled the trigger, and the gun misfired. It was then that I always told people I woke up. And although that literal bullet did not fire, a conscious one did. I realized within that time frame of that happening that although all these different things had happened to me in my life, it was ultimately my choice in how I chose to respond and create the ultimate reality that I was facing. And, it's funny when we talk about this because I tell people something crazy happens when you go to that extent and you actually try to take your own life and after a failed attempt like that you shouldn't be here. For me, it was powerful because it was almost like an instantaneous awakening in my life where I realized, like, for real, I am here for a purpose. And so I got hungry. I wanted to know more about life. I wanted to know more about why I was here, what was happening to me, because after that happened, I went into this place of deep introspection. And within a week, I went from being this guy who was angry all the time, who was drinking all the time, using drugs, selling drugs, involved in gang-related activities, and a whole plethora of other things. I went from being that person to being this person literally walking around telling people, do you know how special you are? Do you know how valuable every moment of your life is? I would be awoken out of my sleep at night, 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning and be led to just go talk to people. And I would find myself standing on the street corners talking to people that I'd sold drugs to, talking to people that I'd been in fights with, talking to people who I'd never talked to before in my life. And just showing love to them and speaking to them about how powerful life was. It was during that time watching as, people would circle around me and there'd be, 5 to 10, maybe more people standing there. And by the time I was done talking, they were hugging each other. They were crying. And, for the first time, somebody had connected to them where they were. Somebody had inspired them where they were. And this hunger awakened within me. And it was during that time in my life that I woke up to my purpose. Now, I didn't get to this place overnight. Again, like I said, it's been 14 years. But during that 14 years, there's been a lot of trial and error. There's been a lot of things that I've gone through and a lot of things that I purposely took myself through in order to evolve my own life, in order to truly go deep enough to find that balance within my mind, my body, and my soul. And so through Evolved Mastery, my goal is to take all of those lessons, all of those years, and all of the growth, that I have taken on as a self-mastery coach and a teacher and assist you on your journey. See, because these journeys are probably the most challenging paths that you will ever take. And when we talk about self-mastery, it truly is that you are learning to master yourself. And a part of self-mastery is evolving beyond all of the preconceived notions that you have about life, all of the mental programs that you've been creating since you were a child coming into this time in your life. And as we address all these areas of our mind, our body, and our soul We shift our lives and evolve powerfully as we step into our power to create these realities. So self-mastery is about making no more excuses. When you begin this path, you have to be so in love with yourself that you say, I will not make any more excuses. I will not sit back and watch my life pass me by. I will not sit back and be a slave to circumstance. Self-mastery is about standing up and being in your power so that you can create the life you have the potential to create. So through Evolved Mastery, I want to really assist you on this journey, as I've stated before, and I want you to really challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Because as we will talk about, and as I talk about in one of my audios, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable and uncommon in order to master your life and master yourself in a way that you manifest what you have the potential to manifest. So I really am appreciative of those of you who have taken on this journey and who are taking the time to listen to these podcasts, because everything that I've gone through, everything that I've experienced it so that I can share it with you on your journey, because truly you are a powerful creator. Literally everything you think, everything you do or don't do, everything you say or speak over your life is creating a reality. Now, for a lot of us, the reason we get stuck and we go through the things that we go through is because, honestly, we don't know how to respond. We've programmed ourselves and been programmed through various situations and circumstances that we face during our lives. And it's time to step out of that programming. See, because a lot of the ways that you're responding to your life, the reason it's not really conducive is because as you take this journey, this spiritual journey, conscious journey, whatever you want to call it, as you begin to take this journey, parts of you have to be peeled away. You have to die to those aspects of self, so to speak, because there is a new you, a true you that is being birthed through every challenge, through every lesson, through every test. And when you realize this, it's in those moments that you can look at every challenge and every test and you can be grateful for it, because the test only comes once life has taught the lessons that were necessary to enhance you and to take you further in your own soulful evolution along this journey we call life. Now, there's so many other topics that I'm going to be discussing, but like I said, this is just the kickoff, and I just really wanted to prepare a foundation for you all to stand on as we move forward and we move into this path of self-mastery, because it's so easy to get discouraged. It's so easy to focus on all the wrong things. It's so easy to get caught up in our life traps that we've created for ourselves that keep us from producing what we can produce financially, relationally, emotionally, mentally, physically, so on and so forth. But I want to pull you out of that. I want to challenge you to truly accept the calling of self-mastery in your life. You know, and like I said, you can't make any more excuses, because if you're going to create change, just like I had to create change in my life, I had to decide, did I want to continue living my life being the victim of my own creation? Did I want to continue to live my life making excuses for why I didn't create the reality that I had the potential to make? Did I want to continue living my life having bad relationships and poor connections with people around me? You know, or did I want to create a life of power, a life of influence, a life that would enable me to impact thousands or millions of lives within my lifetime? I had to make choices that even those around me didn't understand, you know, but it brought me to where I am, and it's enabled me to shine a light on a lot of things and a lot of other people's paths that I wouldn't have been able to shine that light on had I not taken this journey of self-mastery myself. You know, and I'm a strong believer that you can't take somebody somewhere you haven't been. So the goal of this podcast is to take you on a journey of self, to challenge you to do the things that your programmed mind may limit you from doing, so that you can cast down all these ideas, all these thoughts, all these perspectives that are limiting your ability to respond in your life. You are a conscious creator, but you have to become aware of realizing that literally everything you think influences how you respond, and how you respond influences what you create. So from a soulful perspective, from a soulful positioning in your life, realizing that you are a powerful creator and every moment you are creating something, I want to assist you into stepping in the now And in the every now moment, from this moment on, I want to assist you into standing in that power and standing in that awareness that you are a powerful creator. You are creating the reality that you are creating. And if you want to shift that, if you don't like the reality that you've manifested, you have to be willing to take steps. You have to be willing to master yourself in a way that you think differently, you respond differently, you go deeper within yourself to explore those areas of self so that you can fully walk in your potential. And that's really the beginning. That's where it all starts. When you finally get sold out to this path, to the point where every single day, every single moment of your life, you're making decisions that are transforming your life. We can't just keep going through life, the same old, doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, because we all know what that's called. And so we have to evolve beyond this insanity that we're creating. We have to evolve into newness, just like the butterfly. It starts as a worm. It goes through this evolution and this change as it cocoons itself within, and then it blooms and it spreads its wings and it begins to fly in newness in this new state of beauty. I want to see each and every one of you flowing in a new state of beauty. I want to see each and every one of you evolving into the fullest aspect of yourself, the totality of true, authentic being. And so we're going to really begin to dig in and really hit some tough topics, but some open topics that will challenge you to be more vulnerable to your life, challenge you to love yourself more, challenge you to take chances and take risks on you for probably the first time in any of your lives, depending on where you are on your journey. Now, some of you may be tuning into the Evolved Mastery podcast and you're ready to make things happen. You're ready to change. You've been doing the self-work and you're ready to step into your ability to create. Well, there's going to be a lot in here that, will assist you on that path. But again, we're doing this so that we can be the fullest aspect of ourselves, so that we can step into our full authenticity and into our full power as creative beings. So it doesn't matter where you've been. I'm a testament to that. I've done the drugs. I've struggled with alcoholism. I used to drink so much that I threw up blood. And people ask me, man, like, how can you, laugh about it now? You were molested. That's terrible. You were abused mentally, physically, emotionally. That's terrible. Like, how can you? And it's because I'm not a victim anymore. When I woke up to my power to create, what I realized was that every one thing that I had gone through, there was at least 1 million people out there that I could now impact if I evolved myself beyond my vision of victimhood. And I had to grow. And, I've worked for myself since I was about 24. Since my life changed, I've really started this path of soulful evolution and, the evolution of me being a coach and a teacher and a motivational speaker. And I've experienced so many different things, but it's been such a rewarding journey and I wouldn't take anything from it. I wouldn't go back and change anything. Because when we get to this place in our lives where we truly find our purpose, and that's what I ultimately want for you guys, is to truly awaken to your purpose and realize that every last one of you are here for a reason. And often I have clients ask me a lot, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my purpose? And the first thing that I ask them is, what have you been through? Tell me about your challenges. Tell me what you faced in your life. Because your purpose is going to be interlocked in those things in some way or another. And so as we begin to evolve and awaken to our purpose and our deeper sense of being, it's going to take a lot of faith from within. And I often say, faith is not just something we throw in the air, and hope that things are going to get better. Hope is hope, but faith is action. Faith is me manifesting that which I believe. Faith is an action word. So I want you to take the faith and faith your ability to create, faith your purpose, faith your potential. Believe that you can create whatever it is that you want to create, and believe that you can manifest the life that you have the potential to manifest. And I'm going to be there every step of the way as you continue along your journey of self-mastery, assisting you in every way that I have the ability to assist you, and watching you expand and evolve in every area of your life. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to this edition in this first episode of Evolved Mastery, and there's going to be a lot more coming. In the meantime, go check out the website at www.evolvedmastery.com. Check out the blog, check out the information for upcoming events, and if you'd like to book me as your coach to assist you personally, you can also check out the information for that and contact me. I look forward to watching you transform your life as you evolve into the totality of what you have the ability to step into. Peace, love, and blessings.